Shalom. Before I begin this video, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim Rakhakwadash. Also, as well, double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. They continue to rule very well to this very day. That is continually feeding the flock through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai. And also, as well, Shalom to the hopefully elect that's continuing to labor in this work and continuing to labor to show forth your diligence to make your calling and election sure. In all faith, truth and sincerity, and also in all charity. All right. Now, this video is going to be in response to what recently took place in Buffalo, New York, concerning the shooting that took place in front of the grocery store, and and is in the made headlines in the news, and is being labeled as a quote unquote a hate crime, and the reason why they deemed it as that is because this was in an area that's where it was predominantly so-called Negroes. Okay. In that area, it was made up of predominantly so-called Negroes that are residing in that area. All right. And you have this Edomite that just pulled up to the front of the grocery store and just opened fire. He started mowing down people in the front of the store, ran inside, started mowing down people in there. And it goes to show you, that our Lord Yahweh Bashim Shai. See, here's the thing, man. People get it confused when they see things like that. They automatically attribute it to it being a work of the spiritual demon Satan. All right. And which people don't understand that, when it comes to things that take place on the earth, the Lord is just not sitting back and just letting Satan, just having Satan, run rampant throughout the planet Earth. No, man. No, the Lord Yahweh Bashim Shai is in the midst. Okay. That's why scriptures say that he is omnipotent. Okay. That means he's in all things. So there's a reason why this all went down. People, like I said, they're deeming it as a quote unquote hate crime. Well, the thing is that, it has to be something else that was driving this Edomite to do this. All right. And of course, these Edomites, which Edom, by the way, is the true biblical nationality of the so-called white man. This man, has never been for the welfare of you, Jake, you so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Okay. The reason why is because that this hatred is deeply rooted. Okay. And you can see why if you go to the book of Genesis, the 27th chapter. Okay. Where it speaks about the blessings that were given unto Jacob and what was given unto Esau. Okay. Because Jacob was given the dominion and the kingdom, all right? And Esau, which the blessing, since he was the eldest, the blessing was supposed to go to him. But it was instead given unto Jacob, okay? And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. He cried, man, for that blessing. And the blessing that he got from doing that was the sword, okay? And you see this man, he has perfected the sword, in which the sword today, represents the gun, because nobody use swords anymore today. All right. It's like that's why the saying goes, don't bring a knife to a gunfight. Okay. But through the blessing of the sword, he has perfected that, and he has done that by way of the military. All right. And his military weaponry. Okay. Rifles, pistols. That's why the majority of Edomites that you see today, they told about, their arsenal, they take pride in that, that's why it's such a pushback when it comes to, gun rights, Edomites are fighting hard to keep that, but, like I said, pursuant to this, what just took place, this, like I said, it just shows you how much hatred that this man has for you, man. All right. But on the other side of that, we understand that this man is being used. Okay. He's being used as a weapon. Okay. This is the Lord's weapon, man. This is what the Lord is using, or this is who the Lord is using to bring about chaos on the planet Earth. All right, chaos. Violence. It's like you. Yeah, violence on the earth. Warfare. Constant conflict. That's why ever since this man been in rulership, it's been nothing but constant wars. Conflicts. And the whole nine, man. Everywhere this man goes, it's destruction in his wake. Okay, but again, like I said, the Lord's going to use this man, all right, as the quote unquote whipping stick. Why is that? Because our people are out there, man. Our people are gone. They don't regard the words of Yahweh Shemel Shai. All right, they don't subscribe to, the scriptures and the things which are pertaining unto our people, which is leading our people towards closer to Yahweh Shemel Shai by doing things which are written. Right? They don't care about that, man. All right, they're too busy trying to be equal or trying to have some sort of foothold in Esau's kingdom. Okay, and here it is. The Most High is showing them how this man feel about him, man, and still, our people still try to uphold, them trying to have, a stake or, a establishment here in Babylon the Great, which is America. Okay. But I'm gonna go ahead and hop into the precepts that I have here. But first, let me grab this article, just showing you what took place. This is took place in Buffalo, New York. So it says here, it says at least 10 dead, 3 hurt in Buffalo supermarket shooting. Okay, and it says Governor Kathy Hochul, if I'm saying that correctly, or Hochul, blames white supremacists. All right, and it says here, I'm just reading a little bit of it. It says a teenage gunman wearing tactical gear opened fire in a busy supermarket in a predominantly so-called black neighborhood in Buffalo on Saturday. All right, killing 10 people and injuring 3 others in the country's latest high-profile crime, apparently motivated by hate, authorities say. Yeah, and so they're saying that this is all fueled by hate. Okay, but again, like I said, the Lord is using this man to carry out his agenda. All right, and the Lord's agenda, all right, is to see this current world, this current kingdom, fall. Okay, but as it says here, all right, it said this was all motivated by hate. Well, the Lord is not all love, man. He's not all love. When you really dive into the kind of power that we're dealing with when it comes to the scriptures, this power is a power. He loves and he hates. All right, go and read Romans chapter 9 verse 13. Okay, and Romans chapter 9 verse 13 is clear cut and to the point, showing you that the Most High loves and he hates. Okay, among many other precepts. Okay, but yeah. So when they speak about hate, it's natural, man. All right, it's a balance. So it's got to take place, man. Okay, but again, like I said at the beginning, that hatred is deeply rooted. Okay, it's deeply rooted, going back to Genesis the 27th chapter when concerning the blessings. All right. So this man, he's hurt, he's hurt, he's losing it. Why? Because he knows that the blessing is given unto us. So therefore that hatred is still set in. Okay. And that hatred's been going on since the beginning of time. Okay. But like I said, this is just going into more details, this article here. More details on in their perspective on, what the motive behind this, and just giving details on the whole lowdown on what's taking place right now. But I'm gonna move on from here. I'm gonna go ahead and hop into the precepts. Okay, so first I'm gonna grab Amos chapter 3, and I want to grab this first. Amos chapter 3 and verse 6. It says, "Shall the trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid? Shall there be evil in a city, and the Lord hath not done it. All right. So, like it says here, it says, if a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people be not afraid, and if there is evil in the city, right, and that's the point. If there is evil in the city, all right, and the Lord hath not done it, all right. So whenever evils take place, the Lord is orchestrating that. Okay. The Lord Yahweh Bashmel Shai, like I said, is in all things. That's why, again, like why the scriptures say, he deems him as omnipotent. All right. So yeah, so if there's evil in the city, the Lord was over that. He's given the permission for that evil to take place in that city. All right. Because those spirits that the Lord governs over, they don't move unless the Lord say so. Okay. They don't do anything unless the Lord commands them to do something. All right. Likewise, also these said spirits, guess what? They're roaming the earth right now. Okay. And you just witnessed, one of those spirits. Okay. And, Esau Edom, or this Edomite, was the one, all right, to go and enact this going to enact the Lord's commands, because again, like it says here, it says that there be evil in the city and the Lord have not done it. Okay. So moving on from there, right? And actually, I'm gonna get the scripture that speaks about those spirits, right? Sirach chapter 39, verse 28. It says, there be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction, they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. All right. So these spirits are appeasing the wrath of the Most High that made them. Okay. So these said spirits are out, man. Okay. And they're out for the purpose of vengeance. Okay. And it says in the time of destruction, they pour out their force, right? And this is an unstoppable force. Okay. There's no way you can stop this from taking place. All right. It says, and appease the wrath of him that made him. So, the Lord has his wrath reserved for Babylon the Great, which is America. All right. But like I said, these spirits, that's an example of one of those spirits, man. And guess what? There's going to be more that's going to come out of the woodwork. This isn't the last that you're going to hear of things like this. And guess what? It's going to be done towards our people, because scriptures say what? Actually, let me go ahead and grab it. Slacky. Yeah, so it says here, 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 17. It says, for the time has come. Actually, Slacky, let me grab another piece up on deck. I had another one here. I'll grab it. Okay. So this is 1 Peter chapter 4, and this is at verse 17. So like I said, this is where it begins. Okay. The ones that's gonna feel that wrath first is gonna be our people. All right. Verse 17, it says, for the time has come that judgment must begin at the house of the Most High. And if it first begin at us, what shall be the end of them that obey not the gospel of the Most High? All right. So that judgment is being passed right now. Okay. Now, depending on what that judgment is, man, because you have certain men on the planet Earth that wherever that the judgment that they received, right, is on good terms. Okay. In other words, the things which are being performed here on the planet Earth by those said men, all right, which are the righteous men. Okay. Their judgment is what? Salvation. Okay. A mercy. Okay. That's really what it is. It's mercy. Okay. But the judgment that's given unto the rest, all right, starting with the house of the Most High, like it says here, right? That judgment that's given unto him is destruction. Okay. So again, it says, for the time has come that judgment must first must begin at the house of the Most High. And if it first begin at us, what shall be the end of them that obey not the gospel? Okay. So it says, if it first begin at us, then what's going to be the end of them that doesn't obey this gospel? All right. Then and the answer is, they're going to be destroyed. All right. I mean, that's the simple answer. Okay. We'll grab his next precept. And this is the book of Psalms, chapter 17, verse 13. It says, arise, O Lord, Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai, disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword. All right, again, it says, deliver my soul from the wicked. All right, who's the wicked that the Bible speaks of? All right, the wicked that the Bible speaks of is talking about Esau. All right, the nation of Edom. Okay, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword. So the nation of Edom, who is the wicked, is the Lord's sword. Okay, and he's using that sword, all right, to punish our people. Okay, that's why he's been given that sword. Okay, but not just that, he's been given that sword to destroy himself as well. Okay, why? Because the end or the perfecting of that sword is the missiles. Okay, the thermonuclear missiles, which are now littered throughout the planet Earth. Okay, it's like it. Yeah, so it's been littered throughout the planet Earth. All right, Jake, man. But yeah. So like I said, the perfecting of that sword is the missile. So there you go, man. All right, and he's gonna use that to destroy himself. Okay. But grab this last precept. I'm gonna close it out. And I know I quoted this scripture at the beginning, but let me grab it. So really, all this is going into the whole breakdown on what happened between Jacob, Esau, and their father Isaac. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna grab 39. I'm gonna get straight to the point. This is Genesis chapter 27, verse 39. It says, "And Isaac his father answered and said unto him," talking about Isaac talking to talking to Esau, right? It says, "Behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, and of the dew of heaven from above. And by thy sword shalt thou live, and shalt serve thy brother. And it shall come to pass, when thou shalt have the dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck." So Isaac gave him the blessing of the sword. Okay. So there you go. This is where it all begins. Okay. Actually, it began before this. Okay. Through the act of Cain slaying his brother Abel. Okay. Because these Edomites that you see today, they're the children of Cain. Okay. Which, if you go into the name Cain, the Hebrew word is Qayan, which means weapon. Okay. So, verse 41 is the point. It says, "And Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning for my father are at hand. Then will I slay my brother Jacob." All right, so there you go. And that's the same statement is being recanted today. They're not physically saying it, right? But they're doing it. Okay, slaying his brother Jacob, right? Which is our people. All right, Jacob represents you Israelites. Okay. And Esau represents you Edomites. All right. Those are the two progenitors of the two nations that are going to be separated. Okay. And they are separated. That's why you have a people that are righteous. All right. The people that are near and dear to Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai, and you have the wicked. All right. There's two dynamics. Okay. Like I said earlier, you have love and you have hate. Okay. So likewise, you have the righteous and you have the wicked. Okay, and all that's being played out on the earth today. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and end off on that note. Lord's will is edifying to the elect for the nation of Israel. Till next time, once again, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'Shem Shai, Ba'Shem HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles and the others of great millstone and continually rule very well to this very day. And also as well, Shalom, peace and safety, and salutations to the hopeful elect. That's continually plowing in his word, continuing to labor, to show forth your diligence to make your calling and election sure, and faith and truth and sincerity and all charity. And with that, let's say Shalom.